Hi, welcome to How to Play the Violin Without Tension, Pain, or Fear, where you will learn how to eliminate all physical and psychological barriers to playing the violin. My name is Alex, and when I was 27, I had developed such chronic tendonitis after having played the violin since I was 4 years old that I was unable to play. I had crippling pains in the tips of my fingers, I had tennis elbow, I had pains in my jaw, clicking of my jaw. I was in really bad shape, and I had to stop playing the violin entirely. I started watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I discovered, much to my surprise, that none of the great violinists of the 20th century used a shoulder rest. And I started to think to myself that maybe there was some connection there. So I tried to find a teacher who knew how to play the violin without a shoulder rest and knew how to teach it. And I found it was very difficult to find that combination. I found some people who claimed to play without a shoulder rest, but when I took lessons with them, I found that they had some sort of pad, and they were still doing the look ma, no hands version of supporting the instrument. Even though they may not have been using a Kuhn or Wolf shoulder rest, they still had some sort of contraption over here that was allowing them to hold the violin with their head. And I tried those things, but I still was having the same sort of pains that I was having with my regular shoulder rest. I tried different types of custom-made chin rests. I tried every shoulder rest you can think of that was on the market at the time, and I really got very excited about the idea that maybe there was something about playing the violin without a shoulder rest that would help solve my tension and tendonitis problems. So I eventually found somebody who did know how to play this way and how to teach this way. He was a student of David Nadian. David Nadian was the concertmaster of the New York Philharmonic back in the 60s, and he was able to explain to me exactly how this is done. And it took me a while, it took me a couple years to really figure out. I saw him doing it, I believed what he said, but it took me a while to really be able to reproduce what he was doing. With his careful instruction and guidance, I was eventually able to do it. And now I'm really excited to be able to pass what I've learned along to you, the viewer. What's unique about this course is that I go through absolutely every muscle, every finger, every joint, every part of your body that is involved in playing the violin, and I explain exactly what it is that you should be doing. And I also explain what it is you should not be doing, and I go through the many common traps that folks who are trying to move from using a shoulder rest to not using a shoulder rest end up falling into. My ideas come from the lessons that I had from David Nadian and his student, Larry Johnson. They also come from the writings of D.C. Dunas. It's a very interesting and unique character that I will explain in the information below on this page. They also come from Kato Havas, a Hungarian violinist who also did a lot of work on studying the body mechanics of violin playing. And then also from my own personal experience of making the transition. The ideal student is an intermediate to advanced student who has hit a wall in their playing. Maybe you're having tendonitis in your fingers, or your elbow is sore, or your chin or your neck is sore, or your back is sore, and you've tried everything. You've tried various chin rests and shoulder rest combinations, and nothing really has seemed to work. It's also a great course for teachers who can do things on the violin that they can't necessarily explain to their students because their students are experiencing tension and pain that they don't really know how to pinpoint. They don't really understand what's causing that tension and pain. This course will allow you it'll give you such a thorough understanding of all of the body mechanics of playing the violin that you will not only be able to improve your own playing, but you'll be able to improve the playing of your students and really target where the tension is coming from and give them very clear instructions on exactly what they need to do to overcome that tension. Once you truly understand the body mechanics of playing the violin, the sky's really the limit as far as your technique is concerned. I'm really excited to share these discoveries with you. I've included a link below to the first video in the series, and if you'd like to contact me with any questions, my email address is thefearlessfiddler@gmail.com. Thanks!